Hello, dear students of 10th standard. Myself, R.V. Jambagi, welcoming you all for science online classes in our YouTube channel. In the previous period, we learned the concept of ray diagrams, which include meaning and rules of drawing those, and we followed few tricks to follow the ray diagrams. In this lecture, you are learning image formation by concave mirror with respect to the different positions of the object. Let us focus on that. Image formation by a concave mirror. To understand the image formation by a concave mirror, we need the concept of ray diagrams in our mind. As we are already discussed the concept of ray diagrams, how to draw those. So those things should be kept in your mind all the time. The followings illustrate the ray diagrams for image formation by concave mirror for various positions of the object. For various positions of the object, we are finding the image that is formed due to concave mirror. So let us try to understand the image formation, size of image and nature of image with respect to position of the object. So first position of the object is at infinity. Infinity in the sense it is out of the experimental table. So if you performing this experiment on a table, infinity means you are taking the object outside the table. That's what it means. Okay. So when you placed the object at infinity, before going to the position of the object, dear students, you must learn how to draw those ray diagrams. So as I already mentioned that, so please follow those step by step. First you need to draw the mirror M and N and place the points such as pole, principal focus, center of curvature along with the rays. Okay, they are very much important. So let us imagine when you kept the object at infinity, the object A and B. So when you keep A and B at the position of infinity, so the light ray which is coming after hitting the surface, it must pass through the principal axis. The rule says that the light ray which is parallel to the principal axis, the light ray which is parallel to the principal axis should pass through the principal focus F. So from point A, the ray of light is moving in this direction. After reflection, it should pass through principal focus F. And similarly from point B, after reflection, it focuses on F, and hence you are getting the image at this point F. On principal focus F, you are getting the image, and the size of the image is highly diminished, means it is highly smaller, and it is point sized. Image is point sized in comparison with the object. So highly diminished, which means highly lesser image you are getting, and it is of point size. Okay, and nature of the image is found to be real and inverted. It is real and inverted. The real image is the image which can be caught on the screen, as I already mentioned in the previous class. So they are real, and inverted means you are getting the image at point F like this. So at point F, you will get the image like this. It is inverted, A on bottom, B on top. The image looks like this, which is of point sized, keep in mind. It is real and inverted. So when you place the object at infinity, the image is going to form at principal focus F, and it is highly diminished and point sized and real and inverted as of its nature. Okay. Next position will be beyond the center of curvature. Beyond the center of curvature. So you are keeping the object AB beyond C, not from infinity. You are bringing into the principal axis and onto the table, and hence it is just away from C. You are keeping the object beyond the center of curvature, which means you are keeping the object just beyond C. So for this, the topmost ray passes parallel to the principal axis, should pass through F. It is moving like this. So the ray which is moving parallel to the principal axis should pass through F like this, and on the same point, the light ray which is passing through the center of curvature C, again after reflection it is hitting and it is coming back to C, and it is moving like that. In between C and F, you are getting the image A dash and B dash. So after getting these two rays right, you will get the intersecting point here. So the light ray which is parallel to the principal axis must pass through F, and the ray which is passing through center of curvature, it should pass through C like this. So at the point of intersection with respect to principal axis, you will get the image A dash and B dash. Okay, so the position of the image will be between center of curvature C and principal focus F. The size of the image is diminished or lesser. This is not point sized, it is visible and it is smaller in size, that is diminished. You will get this image between C and F, and nature of the image is again real and inverted, as we are getting the image which is inverted in this case. From the object, the image is inverted. Okay, so this is the position of the object when kept beyond C. You will get the image between C and F respectively. The size is diminished and the nature will be real and inverted. Now you are keeping the object exactly at center of curvature. Exactly at center of curvature. The AB, the object kept on the center of curvature. Again, the ray which is parallel to the principal axis should pass through F. It should pass through F. Okay, and when you kept this ray should go through the principal axis, should go through principal focus F. Another ray which is passing through F, and again it moves parallel. Other rule say that when the ray of light is passing through the principal focus, it should pass parallel to the principal axis after reflection. That is also there in the rule. So apply the rule and try to understand. Okay, so when these two rays are passing from point A, which is parallel to the principal axis, should pass through principal focus F. Another ray which is passing through the principal focus F, which is moving parallel to the principal axis after reflection. So in doing so, they are crossing each other at this point. So this ray which is parallel to the principal axis pass through F, and it is moving in this direction, and another ray which is passing through F again after reflection it is parallel to that, again it is intersecting at this point. So image is forming exactly on the center of curvature again. At the center of curvature C, you will get the image, and same size of the object. Size of the object is same size at the, sorry, the size of the image is same size of the object. How object appears at this point, you will get the same image, and nature is again real and inverted. Okay, so when you are placing the object at center of curvature C, you will find the image at the center of curvature itself with the same size of the object, and nature will be real and inverted. I hope you are following all these points. Again, keep in mind you need to follow the tricks which are required for the forming of ray diagrams along with those rules. Then only you will get all these points clear. Next point, that is the position of the object when kept between center of curvature C and F. Whenever you are placing the object between C and F, you are pointing the object AB or placing the object AB between C and F. Again, from this point, the ray which is parallel to the principal axis should pass through F, which is given by this ray. And on the other hand, this time another ray should be from center of curvature, another ray which is passing from this top to center of curvature. After reflection it is coming back, again it is forming the image. You have the point of intersection here, so where you are getting the image A dash and B dash. So the position of the image found to be beyond center of curvature C, you will find the image beyond C. And if you are looking into the size of the object, which is enlarged in comparison with previous, the image is enlarged. Again the nature remains same, real and inverted. Okay, so here in this point of time, object when placed between C and F, the ray which is parallel to the principal axis pass through F, and the ray which is passing through center of curvature, after reflection it is hitting back, and we have the point of intersection where the image is formed. Okay, that is the position of the object kept between C and F. Now the position of the object is exactly at principal focus F. You are placing the object exactly on principal focus F. Again, the top ray which is parallel to the principal axis, which is moving parallel, and again it is passing through principal focus F. It is moving in this direction. Starting from this point, it is moving after reflection through principal focus, and the another ray which is passing through center of curvature C, which is coming back and it is moving further. So when you trace that, you find the image exactly at infinity or beyond the table. You are getting the image beyond the table. Why I am mentioning this is exactly opposite to the first case. When you place the object at infinity, the image is formed on F, and when you place the object on F, the image is at infinity. Okay, so the position is at infinity, and size of the image this time is highly enlarged. So the image after all the processes getting enlarged. Okay, so whenever you follow a simple trick here also. So the object is coming from infinity to the pole of the mirror, infinity to the pole of the mirror. So This is the object direction. Image is exactly opposite to that. Again, image is moving from pole of the mirror to infinity. Please keep this technique into your mind. By that you can place the object in perfection. Okay. Now the last point, you are placing the object between principal focus F and pole of the mirror P. When you bring the object between these 2 points F and P, the image on this side is gone now. The image should form behind the mirror. Now, looking into this image, now there is no question for parallel line because it is coming so close. So, when this time you are taking light which is moving to the pole of the mirror, again at the incident angle with respect to the principal axis, the ray should return in that fashion. Again, the last rule which is saying that when the ray of light which is passing through the pole of the mirror, it is again moving in that direction only, direction opposite to that, at the same angle of incidence I is equal to angle of reflection R. So when the ray of light which is passing through pole of the mirror, it is moving at the same angle, you draw this, and again the C picture, the ray of light which is passing through center of curvature, after reflection it is coming back. So if you are taking these two pictures backward, say the center of curvature, the path, the ray of light which is passing through center of curvature, if you drag this out, you get the point here somewhere. Again, if you bring this back, you will get the intersecting point at this portion. So if you redraw this, you will get the image A dash and B dash here. Okay. So the position of the image when you bring the object between F and P, the image should set behind the mirror. Since it is behind the mirror, the image should be virtual and erect. So image which cannot be caught on the screen, then they are said to be virtual and erect. The image size will be enlarged one. I hope you are getting this. Okay. When you bring the object between F and P, the image shifts behind the mirror. The size is enlarged. The nature is virtual and erect. So up to the previous point, the image is moving away from the pole. Now when you bring the object between F and P, the image shifts behind the mirror. So this is how the image formation takes place in concave mirror. Okay. So you can show this using a table, the positions of the object and the image formation, size and nature respectively. So when you place the object at infinity, you will find the image at F. Size is highly diminished, real and inverted as the nature of the image. When you place the object beyond C, you will find the image between F and C. The size is diminished, real and inverted for the nature. When you place the object at C, image is also at C. The size is same, real and inverted once again. When you place the object between C and F, the image moves beyond C, which is enlarged, real and inverted yet again. When you place the object exactly at F, the image should shift to the infinity. Again, it is exactly opposite. See, when the object is at infinity, image is at the focus. When the object at focus, image is at infinity with highly enlarged, real and inverted once again. So when you bring the object between F and P or P and F, the image shifts behind the mirror, which is enlarged, and nature this time will be virtual and erect. So this is how we looked into the image formation by concave mirror. I hope you followed this. Once again, my request is to get the things right. You repeat these videos till your things are clear, your doubts are clear. I hope you understood all these points now. I am gonna pause at this point of time with new videos. I will meet you in tomorrow's class. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.